Hello everyone, this is Yana Smakula. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you haven't yet put away your Christmas products. The other day I shared a video and a card over on the Simon Says Stamp YouTube channel, and I'm hoping to reshare this on my channel as well. So this is a look at that card. Here's a look at this card. And believe it or not, this was created, the background, the floral background, was stamped using a floral from a holiday stamp set from Simon. I had a wonderful time creating this background. And this kind of spiraled me into thinking, what else can I do? How else can I use my supplies, my holiday supplies, in a non-holiday way? And I remembered my fabulous Christmas cracker or holiday cracker die set from Spellbinders from my City Holiday collection from last year, from August 2025. So this is a fun die set that lets you create a cracker, for Christmas. But a cracker can be used for other occasions as well. It can be a party cracker, it can be a birthday cracker, it can be a celebratory cracker. It doesn't have to be a Christmas cracker. This die set does include the pieces, like the little foliage, to make it into a Christmas cracker, or rather to add Christmas foliage to it. And I'll pop some images on the screen here for you so you can see how this cracker looks when it is used on a Christmas card. But you can skip using like these dies and still use the cracker to create non-holiday cards like I did here. So I challenged myself to create a birthday card. I never have enough birthday cards. This is like a little curse that I have in my craft room. Whenever I make a birthday card, I just give it away pretty much the next day. So I never have enough, and I do want to have like a nice little stash of birthday cards so that I can have options when I need a birthday card. So to create this card, I went ahead and I die cut the cracker. So the cracker has two pieces. There's like this outer piece, and then there's like a drop-in with the decorative pieces. Actually, let me go ahead and grab some die cuts so I can illustrate this a little bit better. So you have the shadow piece. It would cut something like this. And then if you add the little insert, it would cut the detail pieces, and they would look like this. Okay, pretty cool, right? And then if you layer the two pieces together, you can have something that looks like this. And you can also add this little trim at the end. You can also add little ties. There's no tie here, but there is a little bow here. But there are ties on these two crackers. It's kind of hard to see, but they are there. So you have, in this die set, you have the die pieces to cut all of these pieces to assemble your fun little cracker. And again, it doesn't have to be just for Christmas. So all the previous crackers that I have created and shared on my YouTube channel and blog, I made them from a colored cardstock, but this time I decided I would cut the cracker from patterned paper. I searched my stash. I don't have a lot of patterned paper, just, a couple of packs. And I found this one. It's Hello, It's Me from Rosie Studios. This is by Spellbinders. I'll double check to make sure it's still available. If it is, I'll have it linked below. But if you want to recreate this card, just look for any fun and colorful pattern paper. Here I use pattern paper that has little stripes. In fact, it's this sheet. So you see we have 5 colors, and the cracker is nice, and it occupies 1 stripe. So I basically cut 2 stripes, the green one and the pink one. So that's the top layer cut from pattern paper. Love this, love the look. I remember Joka, my friend Joka. She is a master of creating pattern paper die cuts. I've missed Joka's videos. She kind of stopped filming them, and I miss them dearly because she was always so very clever with how she used pattern paper and all of the different die cuts that she was creating. So this is sort of like inspired by Joka because she was always using pattern paper, and I tried to use pattern paper here for this card. Bottom line, see if you have pattern paper in your stash. Try and use it to die cut this cracker, and this is going to help you turn this from a Christmas cracker into an everyday. Of course, if you use Christmas pattern paper, it's going to make a fabulous Christmas cracker as well. So with the pattern paper die cut, I also added a backer layer from colored cardstock, and I made sure to use colored cardstock that was significantly darker, like the same shade but much darker. So I have pink, pink and dark pink. This is wild berry, and then I have green and dark green. This is fern, to back that decorative layer with. I also added a little white trim, and I have even a little pull tab. This is the tab that you can pull to open your cracker. Love that. And of course, because flowers make everything better, and because I wanted this to be more of a spring card, I added a whole bunch of florals. In fact, I combined florals from 3 different sets from Spellbinders from my stash. I have this beautiful flower from the Gorgeous You Blooms die set. I have this yellow tall flower from the Christmas Blooms from several years ago. It is this set. Again, I'll have all of these linked below. And then I also have the Bee Bold Blooms here as well for some of the smaller flowers and some of the leaves. Love that. I loved combining these flowers, and I want to do more of that because it's really fun to bring in different floral shapes from different sets and make something unique and your own. I'm not going to show you how I made this card. Like, this is not a video tutorial. This is just a chatty video where I talk about a card, where I talk about an idea that I had, and I show you how I realized that idea. For the sentiment for this card, I used a new to me set. This is not new, this is just new to me. It's one of the newer sets. So this is from the Happier Hour collection with Spellbinders. I have that collection. I've been meaning to make beautiful cards with it. I just haven't had the time. So this is the Fountain Wishes Sentiments Better Press plate and coordinating die. So you have one plate with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentiments, and then you have one die that will cut all of these sentiments out at once. I love sets like this, but I also don't love sets like this. I love sets like this because I can create a whole bunch of sentiments in a single pass, but I don't love sets like this because I cannot then add a sentiment directly onto my background, and I really love doing that. I love incorporating my sentiments in my backgrounds, not as an additional layer, but directly there. I would love to have this foiled right there in that spot. Nonetheless, I foiled it in gold on white cardstock, cut it out using the coordinating die, popped it up with foam adhesive. You can see I actually have a whole bunch of dimension on this card, and this is how I love my cards. I feel like foam adhesive just breathes life into your die cuts, and everything looks a lot better this way. Now this card is not an A2, and it is also not 5x7. This will fit a 5x7 envelope, but it is a larger card. So what I did to create this card, I took my molded frame embossing folder. I took a panel of Oceanside cardstock. The panel measures 4¼ by 5½ inches. I embossed it in my molded frame embossing folder. And then I created a card base that is 1/2 inch larger, top and bottom. So I have 1/4 inch from the top, bottom, and from both sides. So my card base actually measures 1, 2, 3, 4 by 3/4 inches, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 3/4 inches by 6 inches. This is not a standard size card. It is larger than A2, smaller than 5x7, and it will fit into a 5x7 envelope. I felt like the A2 size was just a little bit too small for all of this floral arrangement and all of my crackers. And the 5x7 didn't really work for me because I wanted to use the molded frame as the placeholder for all of the elements, and the proportion of this doesn't really play well with a 5x7. To finish this card, I also added a couple of pearls. I used pearl dots from Alt New, and I just scattered them here and there. You really don't need to do that. It looked just beautiful as is, but I kind of wanted to add something. I thought about adding, I wanted to add opal gems from Spellbinders, but I don't have any, so I looked for something else white that I have in my stash. Now, as for the colors, let's quickly go ahead over the colors that I used for this project. So Oceanside, classic white for the white flower. Then we have Seaside for the tiny flowers. We have Saffron for the yellow, Wildberry for the hot pink, Tutu for the lighter pink, Peridot, Rainforest, and Saffron for all the green shades that I have here. I also have Gold Glitter from the Treasured Cardstock pack, and I think this covers it. Yeah, so this is the color combo for this card. I encourage you to give it a try. If you have the Christmas cracker die set, play with your crackers, see if you can create a non-Christmas card. If you don't have a Christmas cracker die set, I'm sure you have other Christmas sets that you can try and adapt to other seasons. Try and adapt it to a birthday card and see if you can make it work. So that's it for me for today. Thanks so much for joining me. Love you all, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.